family. I'm excited to share a word with you today from Proverbs 21, verse 21. And I'll read the Amplified version today. He who earnestly seeks righteousness and loyalty finds life, righteousness, and honor. Amen. We're continuing our series, Kingdom Principles for Successful Living. And today's focus is on the principle of loyalty. Loyalty simply means a strong sense of support or allegiance. And as Christians, we're called to show loyalty to God, to His mission, to our spouse, to our leaders, to our community, and to our friends. When I think of loyalty in the Bible, the first person that comes to mind is Ruth. Her loyalty to her mother-in-law, Naomi, was unmatched. And we clearly see how God rewarded her for it. From Proverbs 21:21, let's look at 3 ways loyalty proves to be a kingdom principle for successful living. Number 1, loyalty to God establishes direction. The verse connects seeking righteousness with loyalty. That's because true loyalty begins with God. It's not just about sticking to people or causes. It's about being faithfully devoted to God and His standards. When you stand firm in your walk with Him, He orders your steps and He keeps you aligned with His will, which is the true foundation of success. Ruth's story is a great example. She was a Moabite woman who married into a Jewish family, but tragedy struck and she lost her husband, her father-in-law, and her brother-in-law. That left her a young widow with no children, alongside with her sister-in-law Orpah and her mother-in-law Naomi. When Naomi decided to return home to Bethlehem, she urged her daughters-in-law to stay in Moab and start fresh. Orpah chose to stay, but Ruth chose loyalty. She declared to Naomi that your people will be my people, your home will be my home, and your God will be my God. Ruth didn't know what the future held when she chose to follow Naomi. But because of her loyalty, God directed her steps. When you say yes to Jesus, yes to His will, and yes to His way, even without knowing the details, you can trust that He will lead you, guide you, and stay with you every step of the way. Number 2, loyalty produces lasting relationships. Loyalty reflects the character of Jesus, our King, who is faithful and true. And in the kingdom, relationships matter. Loyalty builds trust, strengthens unity, and creates bonds that opens doors to favor and honor. Successful kingdom living is not achieved in isolation, but through covenant relationships grounded in loyalty. Ruth's decision to hold down Naomi produced a lifelong bond. Loyalty isn't proven by what we say, but by what we do. Proverbs 17, verse 17 reminds us, a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity. Loyalty will always be tested in adversity. Ask Peter what happened before the rooster crowed. He told Jesus, even if I have to die with you, I will never deny you. But when the pressure rose, he denied Jesus not 1, not 2, but 3 times. And when the heat was turned up, Peter and the other disciples were gone like the wind. So let me ask, how do you respond when you disagree with your relatives, friends, your mentors, or even your spiritual leaders? Do you quickly pull away or cut people off the moment you're offended? Do you change pastors when they don't co-sign your ideas or when you see a little bit too much of their humanity? Are you part of your local church out of true loyalty or proximity? What if you or your church moved an hour away? Would you still make an effort to attend in person, or would you find another church more conveniently located? And what if God delayed answering your prayers or even said no? Would you still serve Him faithfully? True loyalty remains consistent in both the good times and the hard times. That's what Ruth modeled for us. Number 3, Loyalty leads to divine reward. Loyalty often comes with sacrifice, but it also comes with great reward. Proverbs 21:21 promises that those who pursue righteousness and loyalty finds life, righteousness, and honor. These are kingdom blessings. Life, the fullness of God's provision and well-being. Righteousness, right standing with God, peace, and integrity. Honor, recognition, favor, and influence from both God and man. This shows that loyalty is not wasted. It is a seed that God rewards with success in every area of life. Because of her loyalty, Ruth met her Boaz, remarried, had a child named Obed, became the great-grandmother of King David, and stepped into her place in the lineage of Jesus Christ himself. If she had chosen comfort and stayed in Moab, we probably wouldn't even be talking about her today. In summary, loyalty is the unwavering commitment to God, His Word, and His people. It attracts life, righteousness, and honor, making it a key principle for lasting success in the kingdom. That's today's word. Stay blessed, stay rooted in the Word, and I look forward to seeing you next week for another Women Word Wednesday message. Bye.